Ever sent money to a friend for splitting a dinner bill and wondered if a little bit went missing along the way? Or maybe you've received money and noticed the amount wasn't quite what you expected. It's a common experience, and it begs the question, are there fees for sending or receiving money? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Now, in our increasingly digital world, moving money around is easier than ever. We've got everything from bank transfers and mobile payment apps to online platforms designed for international remittances. But this convenience often comes at a cost. Understanding these costs is crucial for managing your finances effectively and avoiding any nasty surprises. Let's start with the most common method, bank transfers. Traditionally, banks have been the go-to for sending money, especially larger sums. However, they are also notorious for various fees. These can include transfer fees, which are charged for each transaction, and these can vary significantly based on whether you're sending money domestically or internationally. International transfers, often called wire transfers, usually come with higher fees due to the complexities involved in moving money across borders and different financial systems. There might also be receiving fees, where the recipient's bank takes a cut. On top of these, exchange rate markups can also be a hidden cost. When converting currencies, banks often use an exchange rate that's less favorable than the mid-market rate, pocketing the difference. Next up, let's talk about mobile payment apps. These have exploded in popularity in recent years, offering a quick and easy way to send money to friends and family. Many of these apps advertise themselves as free for basic peer-to-peer transfers, which is often true. However, there are usually some caveats. For example, some apps might charge a fee for instant transfers, where the money arrives in the recipient's account within minutes. Standard transfers, which might take a day or two, are often free. Other fees might apply for using a credit card to fund the transfer, as the app is essentially incurring a processing fee from the credit card company. Business transactions through these apps also usually incur fees, as these are often treated differently than personal transfers. Then we have online money transfer services, which are often used for international remittances. These services specialize in moving money across borders and often offer more competitive exchange rates and lower fees than traditional banks. However, it's essential to compare different providers as their fee structures can vary significantly. Some might charge a flat fee per transaction, while others might use a percentage-based fee. Transparency is key here. Look for services that clearly display all fees up front so you know exactly how much you'll be paying. Another area to consider is the type of account you're using. Some bank accounts, particularly premium or business accounts, may offer free or reduced transfer fees as part of their package. If you frequently send or receive money, it might be worth exploring these types of accounts to potentially save on fees in the long run. Now, let's address some common scenarios where fees might pop up. Imagine you're sending money to someone in a different country. As we've discussed, international transfers almost always incur fees, and these can be quite substantial. The fees can depend on the countries involved, the amount being sent, and the transfer method used. It's crucial to factor these fees into your calculations when sending money internationally. Another common scenario is when you're receiving money from abroad. While you might not always be charged a fee directly, the sender might have paid fees, and the exchange rate used can impact the final amount you receive. It's always a good idea to clarify with the sender how the money is being sent and what fees might be involved. What about receiving money through online platforms like PayPal? While receiving personal payments is usually free, receiving payments for goods or services as a business will incur a fee. These fees are typically a percentage of the transaction amount plus a fixed fee per transaction. It's important to understand these fees if you're running a business that accepts online payments. Cryptocurrency transactions also have their own fee structures. While the promise of cryptocurrency was often about low-cost transactions, network fees, also known as minor fees, can vary significantly depending on network congestion. These fees are paid to the network to process and validate transactions. Additionally, if you're using a cryptocurrency exchange to buy or sell cryptocurrencies, you'll likely encounter trading fees. So, what can you do to minimize or avoid these fees? First, do your research. Compare different providers and their fee structures. Don't just assume that the first option you see is the cheapest. Second, consider the speed of the transfer. If you don't need the money to arrive instantly, opting for a slower transfer can often save you money. Third, look for fee waivers or discounts. Some providers may offer promotions or discounts for certain types of transfers or for new customers. Finally, be aware of exchange rate markups. When converting currencies, compare the exchange rate offered by the provider to the mid-market rate to ensure you're getting a fair deal. In short, there are almost always fees lurking somewhere when sending or receiving money. While some basic peer-to-peer transfers might be free, especially within the same country and using the same platform, other transactions, especially international ones or business transactions, will almost certainly incur costs. Understanding these fees, comparing different providers, and being aware of the different fee structures is essential for managing your finances effectively. Being informed allows you to make the best decisions and avoid unnecessary expenses. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.